Welcome back, everyone, and I hope you have regained some strength and energy because we are having more activities to do. Let's move on to the third section where we will be working with linear relationship. Linear relationship is a relationship where there is a constant difference between the consecutive values with a set of variables. Here is an example. The number of visitors to a new community library increases by 25 new visitors each month for 6 months. This scenario can be represented graphically as follows. So remember, in 6 months, every month, they add new visitors on top of visitors that they have. So you can tell that the graph, when you look at this, it is increasing. Here is an example. Tando is baking and selling cupcakes to raise money to pay for her matric dance. She decides to sell cupcakes at school for 5 rand each. The table below shows Tando's income based on the number of cupcakes she sold. Again, we have a table. Remember, from a table, we get dependent and independent variables. Independent are always there, which is our x values. Then the dependent are there, which is our dependent variables, which is our y-axis. Again, from the table, we always get missing values. So whenever you get a table or whenever you see a table, expect a question on missing values. What type of a relationship is represented by the table below? Let's look at the table and analyze it. We have number of cakes and the cost per cupcake. If Tando bakes 10 cupcakes, it will cost her 50 rand. If she bakes 20 cupcakes, it will cost her 100 rand. Already you can notice that there is that increasing relationship where the x values are increasing, so does the y values are increasing. So the relationship that we have here, we have a increasing relationship. Identify the dependent and independent variables. These are our famous questions on this table question. So identify the dependent and independent variable. Again, remember we said dependent variables are always there. They are our y-axis values. So the dependent variable will be cost per cupcake. Then the independent variable will be number of cupcakes. I hope you still remember that one, guys. Let's move along. Derive a formula that can be used to determine the income for the number of cupcakes she sells. Remember, for me to get an income, I need to sell something. So the formula that we can use, we will then say income is equals to selling price multiplied by n. Our n in this case, it represents the number of cupcakes. However, let's contextualize this formula. In this case, we know what is our selling price. Our selling price is 5 rand. So it will be 5 rand multiplied by number of cupcakes. I hope you got that one correct, guys, because it will come handy as we move forward. Tando is, okay, let's move to this question. Use the formula above to help you answer, to help you determine the missing values A, B, and C. Now, when you look at A, it is not the amount that we are looking for. We're not looking for the income. We have the income. We are looking for the number of cupcakes. From the formula, remember we said income is equals to 5 rand multiplied by n. So let's substitute. What is our income? It is 200 rand. So it will come over there. Don't forget to put R because we are talking about money. So we then have this 5 rand multiplied by n. In this case, n represents what? It represents the missing value, A. Then we can say 200 rands is equals to 5 rand A. Again, remember guys, we need A as the subject of the formula. So what are we going to do? We will divide by the value that is sitting next to A and observe the rule that says what you do on the left-hand side, you also do on the right-hand side. So we're going to divide both sides by 5 rand. So these two, they will cancel one another. Therefore, 200 rand divided by 5, it gives us 40. How did we get this 40? The R's, which represents the rands, they cancel one another because remember, we are looking for the number of cupcakes. So if she gets an income of 200 rand, she shall have sold 40 cupcakes, which is the value of A. I'm going to divide my space so that you can understand what is happening. We're going to move to B. When you look at B, B is the income. Now remember from the given scenario, they said she charges 5 rand per cupcake. So it means we are looking for the income. We can just say, guys, B is equals to 5 rand multiplied by, what is our number of cupcakes? Is 50 cupcakes. So let's see, B, it will be equals to 5 multiplied by 50. What is the answer? It is 250. Then we are looking for A. We are looking for C, sorry about that, we are looking for C. Again, C, it represents the number of cupcakes. So the same method that we applied when we were looking for A, that method will still apply when we calculate the value of C. So we then say, our C, it is the income is 350. So if the income is 350, and then she charges 5 rand per cupcake, how many cupcakes did she sell? I'm going to replace it with C because C represents the number of cupcakes. So we multiply the two, we get 5 rand C, and then this one, we bring it down, we have 350. Remember, we need C alone. What is the rule? We divide by the value that is next to the missing one and observe the rule that says what you do on the left-hand side, you also do on the right-hand side. So we'll divide by 5 rand. 5 rand. Therefore, C, these two, they cancel one another. Then here we then say 350 divided by 5. This will give us 70 cupcakes. Okay, guys, let's move on. We are on the last section of our topic, patterns and relationship. And this time we are going to look at the inverse relationship. This is a relationship between variables such that one quantity decreases, the other increases, or as one quantity increases, the other one decreases with the same factor. So they are never concurrent. If the other one is going up, the other one is going down. Here is an example. Mr. Smith hires a caravan for a road trip. It cost him 3,000 rand to hire the caravan. If he invites more friends, they will be able to share the cost equally amongst themselves. Meaning, the more people that join in, the lesser each person will have to pay for the caravan. Common errors that you normally commit in this section is that you learners always use ratio and proportion method to calculate the missing value, and that always costs you marks. So my advice is that multiply your dependent and independent variable. It will give you the common difference. Here is an example. Sipho has started a carpool to get to work. He travels with his 4 colleagues and they split the monthly the monthly petrol costs for 1,200 between the 5 passengers. I'm sure you have heard this one, parents complaining about the petrol cost. So if there's a way of saving it, we are always looking for that. So here is the table. We have 2 missing values. Again, remember, when you have tables, you always have a missing value. In Mathslit, whenever you get table questions, expect a missing value. So we have 2 missing values. Luckily this time, it is only about costs. Here is a question. Derive a formula that can be used to determine the petrol cost. Remember, it costs SIPO 1,200. And if SIPO gets more people to travel together, it means they will share. In other words, they will divide the amount amongst the number of people in the car. So the formula that can be used there to calculate cost, we can say cost is equals to 1,200 divided by N. N in this case represents the number of people in the car. Use the formula derived to calculate the missing value from the table. Our missing values are under the section of cost per person. So it's easy, this one, guys. You just substitute straight into the formula. So remember, our formula is cost per person. So PP simply means per person. This will be equals to 1,200 divided by number of people. So we have 1,200. Remember, we are looking for missing value A. So it will go there. How many people in A will be traveling together? It will be 2 people. This one is easy, guys. So when we say 1,200 divided by 2, I know you know this one. What do we get? We get 600. It means 2 people traveling together will each pay 600. Then the same principle will apply when we calculate the missing value B. So I'm going to skip that formula over there. We go straight to substituting. B represents the cost per person being equals to 1,200 divided by there. How many people will be traveling together in B? It will be 4 people. Then we say B is equals to, let's use our calculator to get the answer. Each person in the car will be paying 300 rands. Okay, guys. Okay, learners, that's just about it. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson, and we will continue with more practice questions next time. Have a good day.